Hey, hello everyone, welcome to my channel once again. So, after explaining you orbit with the model also, here now we will start the eyeball. So, here I will tell you about the basics of the eyeball. That eyeball, what is the shape of the eyeball? Is it a sphere? Is it spherical, circular? No, no, no. It is a combination of two spheres. It is a combination of two spheres. So when the two spheres combine, then these forms a spheroid shape, and that is known as the oblate spheroid. Oblate spheroid in shape. Okay. So the shape is oblate spheroid. You can also say it as aspherical, because it is a combination of two spheres. How you will say that it is a combination of two spheres? One is the sclera part, another is the cornea part. The cornea forms a bulge, something like this. Let me draw it for you. Yes. So now here you will see that this is part of one sphere and the rest is part of another sphere. Yes or not? So it is a combination of two spheres. That is why it is having a shape of oblate spheroid or aspherical shape. So you will say oblate spheroid shape, volume is 6 ml. Okay, 6 ml volume. Now the next to it as the dimensions of the eyeball. So eyeball is vertically depressed, so dimensions are, you have to just learn these dimensions, you have to just focus on these dimensions. Several other dimensions you will find it several other places, but you have to memorize these dimensions. Okay, these are very much important. These are the dimensions which I have took from the several experiments which were performed for the ophthalmology subject in the eyeball. Okay, I will explain later about these also. Okay, so here the dimensions are 24.5 mm into 24 mm into 23.5 mm. Okay, so now how will you see? It is the axial length or axial dimension, it is the transverse length or the transverse dimension, and this is the vertical length of the vertical dimension of the eyeball. Okay, so once again, shape of the eyeball is oblate spheroid, volume is 6 ml, and the dimensions are 24.5 mm into 24 mm into 23.5 mm. So now the next step to it is eyeball having power. This is the power which you have to learn, which you have to memorize, so you will never be confused in the subject of the ophthalmology. You may read several other powers, but you have to just stick to this power what I am telling to you. Okay, is around 60 diopter. Okay, out of which the 43 diopters, you will be surprised to know that you might be thinking, or you must have thought that the most of the power comes from the lens in the eye. No, your cornea is much more important. Yes, because it constitutes for the 43 diopter of the power. Rest 17 diopters comes from the lens. This is positive, this is also positive, this is also positive. Now what do you understand by the positive power? So let me explain this also to you, that what does this word positive power means. So the positive power means converging power. क्या होता है इसका मतलब? Converging power. Okay, that is the ability of the eye to converge the rays which are being incident on it. Okay, as this is the diagram of the eye. You must have read these things in this class of 11th and 12th also, in the refractive physics. Okay, so here suppose this is the object. From this, the beams of light are being incident on the cornea. Will these beams be passed through this sclera part? No, these will be passed through this cornea part. Those who don't know what is cornea, what is sclera, that also I will tell you, yes, but a few minutes later, okay? So now the ability to converge these diverging rays is known as the positive power or the converging power. So the converging power is the positive power. As you know that you must have read these two types of lenses at least. One is known as the convex lens while the other is known as the concave lens. Okay, this is convex lens. For your sake I am writing it. This is concave lens. Yes or no? Yes. Yes. So what is the difference? What is the difference between the powers? You must have read that the convex lens has the positive power while the convex lens has the negative power. Why? Because this positive power means that the convex lens having the converging power. Okay. Converging power. Okay. So the ability to converge as the feature of this convex lens, while this is negative, so it will be understood that it is diverging power. That is why convex lens is also known as the converging lens. What it is known? It is also known as the converging lens, while the concave lens is also known as the diverging lens. Why I am explaining you from such basic things? Because it will help you in the subject of ophthalmology itself and in your life of medical field. When you will be a doctor, when the patient or somehow your relatives or the family members may ask from you that which type of lens should I use or which type of spherical should I use, in spite if you're not an ophthalmologist also, then also they may ask these basics from you. Then you should be clear about these basics from right now. Okay. So I have explained you. So the eye has the positive power of 60 diopter. 43 diopter is contributed by the cornea. Let me write it also, otherwise you guys will be confused. So this is by the cornea and this is by the lens. Okay, so now what I am telling you, that this 43 diopter of the power is contributed by the cornea while the 17 diopter of the power is contributed by the lens. These all powers are the positive power. That is, the eye is the structure, eye is the organ, eye is the sense organ, the very much important sense organ which converges the light, which converges the light in order to visualize. So this is the thing, that if you want to visualize some object, then it is necessary to converge it, to focus that object. So this is the property of the eye. ओके, दिस इज़ द बेसिक प्रॉपर्टी ऑफ द आई. क्योंकि बाद में सेंस तो एवरीथिंग नर्व को ही करना है, बट व्हाट डज इट डू एज ए थिंग, that it converges the light beams with this power. Okay, now next फिर उसके बाद retina is also an important structure. I will explain all these things in a very detailed fashion and you will have the crystal clear concept in this subject. Okay, I promise. I have already promised you. Now the one another thing that I want to tell, if you are just thinking that these videos are very slow, then you may run these videos in the 2x, okay, or 1.5x as per your convenience. Okay, so don't worry about that. So after the power, one another important term comes in this field only, in this subject only, is the refractive index. What is that? Refractive index. Yes or no? Yes guys, this is also a very much important term. The refractive index. Let me show you something like this, because it is very much important. Now in the refractive index, so before dealing with the refractive index, I will explain it with the diagram. So this will be the diagram of the eyeball, everything. So This is the diagram of the eyeball. Now when you just take your eyeball, what is the shape of the eyeball? Oblate spheroid, that is spherical. Okay, so I will draw it here. This is what? This is our cornea. Okay, now for you guys, I'm drawing the sclera with another color. Let me draw it. Yes, this is sclera. You might be thinking about this. I will explain about this also. Okay, and what is this? Yes, so for now this is cornea, this is sclera. Okay, these are the outermost covering of the eyeball. Next comes the iris. Yes, yes, the ciliary body. Okay, and the choroid. Similarly here, iris, ciliary body, and the choroid. Okay, this is the middle layer. Then comes the next thing, that is the inner layer. So you must focus that from where I am starting these layers. Okay, yes, so let me first explain it to you with the help of a flow chart. Okay, later I will explain it with the help of the flow chart. So this is all thing you have understood. Okay, now the next thing that I want to tell you is this, that this is the lens. Okay, this is the lens. Now behind the lens, the area behind the lens consists of a vitreous body. Okay, the area in front of the lens consists of aqueous humor. The vitreous body consists of vitreous humor. The area anterior to lens consists of the aqueous humor. Okay, so in the next video I will continue it, okay, in a very great detailed fashion.